Nicole Stephens joining us today is women's basketball. The focus is Nicole. It is so good. Thank you for giving us a few minutes.
Yes, thank you.
Columbia, you were part of a lot of wins. New York, and then you come back home. Pickerington, Ohio, outside of Columbus there. What's it been like being back in the Buckeye State?
It's been really interesting. Definitely a change of pace, but it's nice to be home. My parents can come to a lot more games, my coaches that supported me, everybody getting here, and then just knowing Coach Meek prior, it's been nice.
Amongst family and friends, for sure, and we had kind of a cool moment earlier in the season. You got to play against a former teammate, and it was like a Pickerington Central get-together. You had a lot of friends that showed out that night. How much fun was that?
No, it was great. I mean, we're both point guards, both guards, and then just battling with her was fun, and just seeing the strides she's made since I was a senior. It's been amazing to see, and I'm glad that she's back from her knee injury and doing great.
Yeah, Madison Green, and you guys are part of a runner-up team, and then you won a state title with another former Flyer, and Kyla Whitehead, right?
Yeah.
And trying to figure out, like, UD, did you ask that question, or was it more the relationship that you had with Coach Meek?
More of the relationship I had with Coach Meek. Dayton was my first offer back before the coach of Shauna Green. So I already knew the campus a lot, and then Coach Meek recruiting me at Penn State and then training with her husband back when she was at Ohio State. So just having that support and still talking to Kyla to this day.
We had a cool moment. We got to sit down and talk with one of your teammates, and Ricky Harris. She shared a story that she's looking to get into coaching, and that at the beginning of the year, she was tackling the scout, and you were right there, sort of like with her. You want to go into coaching?
Yeah. So that was another reason why I chose Dayton. Just talking to the coaches, I knew that they would help set me up for what I wanted to do in the future. Like you said, with Ricky, beginning of the year when we were doing scrimmages, Coach Meek allowed us to work with our assistants and then to lead that scout to our teammates for preparation.
And I want to bring back Pick Central because that's kind of where it started for you with coaching. You had a really unfortunate situation in that you're a freshman, and then that season gets washed because of COVID. And you hopped on with the Tigers?
Yeah, I was very fortunate to have Hedge as my coach. I mean, we've been best buds since I was 6th grade when he came over to start coaching. So him and Coach Jay, the other few assistants, have always said, have you ever thought about going into coaching? And I was like, no, but they're like, you really have a great mind for it and it's something you should look into. So then when my season got canceled and having to be home, I just took that opportunity, and fortunate that he let me be on their staff.
Well, you get back to playing and had a solid first year with the Lions, and then your second year, which would have been your junior year, you end up coming up with an injury, but then you're kind of back into that coaching world, right?
Yeah, so like you said, I had that injury going into my 6th, 7th game, and that was a decision I had to make if I wanted to continue the season or have that surgery. So I talked with the coaches, and they were like, I mean, it's a great opportunity just to learn, take another year in since I didn't have my freshman season, and they allowed me to do personnel scout. So each game I was watching all the players and then writing up the scout, sending it to my coaches, and then I would give it to my teammates.
From those situations, whether it was Pick Central, Columbia, and then what you were able to do earlier this year, what's your favorite thing about coaching?
I think just the culture that you can build. And I've had great coaches, from Coach Hedge to my old coach at Columbia and Coach Meek here, and just like being able to build that culture and having forever sisters to have you behind you, and then just kind of going through everything off the court too that a lot of people don't see. Those tough meetings that you have with your teammates and with the coaches, I think just really like supporting women, and in this game, I think it's great.
Did you learn something about yourself through those situations?
Yeah, definitely just being present. I think that was the biggest thing. You never know when something's going to get taken away from you, so just enjoying each day and just going out there each time and playing with the chip on your shoulder.
This year, you're coming into a new team, and I thought that was interesting in listening to sort of Ricky's story of trying to be in that like coaching role, but also like still learning from the new players. Was that also sort of the same feeling that you got during that whole process?
I would say a little bit. I came in, 7 new people. So kind of just coming in and wanting to be like that teammate first and having that few years under my belt, kind of like leading that way, but also like allowing the players to see that it's okay to still mess up. Like even though I'm older, like I'm still gonna go hard, I'm still gonna learn from my mistakes, and just allowing them to see that I think has definitely helped with the growth of where we are now.
So you get the clipboard, you got the whistle, and it's your show. You're the coach. What kind of style of play is Nicole Stephens going to be putting on her team?
We'll definitely be playing fast. A lot of switch-up defense from zone man, full court press, but also a lot of Princeton chin offense. I grew up AAU, high school, my old team. Now we run a lot of that, and I really like that that set.
Next time we do this, we're gonna get the whiteboard out, and we're gonna run through some plays.
Okay.
Nicole, it's been really cool chatting with you. Thanks for giving us a few minutes.
Thank you.